Jason, thanks for coming out to the studio.
All right, thank you, Mike.
For telling your story, you get the Raw Deal t-shirt.
Awesome.
There you go.
Wow.
Hope that fits.
Yes, most definitely.
All right. Jason, tell us what happened.
Oh, well, on November 16th, 2009, which is my son's birthday, I got home, we sat down, we turned our favorite show on, which is Monday Night Raw.
Oh, there you go.
And,
WWE.
You know, we never miss an episode, you know. And, you know, we sat down, we was watching Raw, and my son got off the couch, and her purse was laying on the other couch, and he started rummaging through her purse, which he always does.
Oh, he does that frequently? Yeah.
So he pulled out a paper with a phone number on it and a guy's name. So I looked at the phone number, and I didn't recognize it. So I took it, and I walked into the bedroom, which is where my girlfriend was. She was in the back bedroom. And I asked her, I confronted her with the number. I asked her, you know, who's this person? Well, you know, after confronting her with the phone number, she got all, you know, confrontational and everything and got up in my face and started screaming. And of course, I started screaming also. Yeah. So it was like a screaming contest. And I basically told her, listen, it's over. By the time Friday gets here, it's either you're going to leave or I'm going to leave. Mm-hmm. I turned around and I walked out of the bedroom, stayed with my son, continued watching TV. Mm-hmm. It started getting late. It was like around 9:30 p.m. around that time. And, you know, Raw was on its way about to being over or whatever, and my son was getting tired. So I went into the back bedroom. I didn't want to sleep with her in the bedroom, so I took the mattress and pulled it into the living room and put it on the floor, turned the lights off, TV off, and I went to bed. She comes out of the room a few minutes later with clothes in her hand, started getting dressed. And she's like, oh, well, what's going to happen to you? You're going to put me out in the street like that? And I'm like, yep. And I didn't pay her no mind. She got dressed, and she stormed out of the house with the phone in her hand. Like maybe not even 10 minutes later, I heard a big rapping at the door. Boom, 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 boom. I'm thinking it's her outside, so I was like, the door's open. The door kicks open, and it's Orlando Sheriff Department. They kick the door open. There's like the lights. Everybody's drawing weapons. They're coming into the house. They grab me on the bed. They threw me on the floor in front of my son, and he's like going 8.
So he got woken up by this?
Yeah,
or
he was borderline sleeping, so it was just frightening for him, you know, and he's standing there and he's screaming his head off, trying to push the cops off of me. And, you know, they have me on the floor, and as they threw me on the floor, since my phone was right next to the bed, I kind of like swiped my phone. So the guy, he threw the cuffs on me, and he picked me up, and as he picked me up, he's walking me throughout the door, and I'm like, you know, what am I getting arrested for? I didn't do anything. He was like, oh, well, we got a call. Your girlfriend says you struck her, and she's out there taking pictures, and you're going to jail. And I was like, what? And I was like, she's setting me up.
That's what she was talking about.
Yeah.
When she was saying, you wait till you see
exactly.
what happens.
And I'm like telling the officer, I'm like, listen, she's setting me up. I didn't do anything. So he was like, well, she's out there taking pictures. She has bruises, so you're going to jail. They put me into the car, and as I was in the back seat, the only thing I could think of was to just text the people that I know, because I text the caseworker who's been working with the family close for that whole 3 years I've been with her, and her son. That caseworker's been working closely with the family. So she knows that I'm not that kind of person and I wouldn't do anything like that. So she was the only one that I could think of to text. So
the reason you were texting is were you kind of like reaching out for some help?
Yeah, for anybody to help. All I could say was, I'm being set up, help me. I went to the precinct and they booked me, and as they were booking me, they gave me my paperwork, and that's when I read the report that she said. And she said that, that I spit in her face, and that she ran into the bathroom, and I took a door and slammed it on her arm. And, you know, and I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I couldn't believe it. So they kept me in there for 4 days. My boss,
4 days?
Yeah, for 4 days I was in there. I called my employer on that 4th day. He bonded me out. I made bond. And like a day or two after that, I get a call from the caseworker from DCF. And, you know, and she says, oh, well, there's no lights in the house and there's no food in the house. And you're going to have to come get your son. And I take my son, and I've had him ever since. It seems like, you know, when girls are the women are the one to cry wolf in certain situations, whether it's a good man or bad, it seems like the men always get the raw deal in the end. You know, and that's my raw deal.
Well, thanks for telling your story, Jason.
You're welcome. I appreciate it.
Now it's up to you to vote on who you think got the rawest deal. Will it be story number 1? Or story number 2, or story number 3?